Hello, 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 oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. I wonder why the. I wonder why the. I'm testing, Janae. I'm glad somebody showed up. I'm testing something. So I'm glad you showed up. Thank you. I just, can you hear me? I'm testing, Janae. I'm glad somebody showed up. I'm testing something. So I'm glad you showed up. Thank you. I just, can you hear me? I'm testing, Janae. I'm glad somebody showed up. I'm testing something. So I'm glad you showed up. Oh, okay. I'm testing the commands that I set up for my Streamlabs. Um, so can you exclamation point fair use, exclamation point fair use for me? I'm testing the commands that I set up for my. Exclamation point fair use. Okay, perfect. It worked. Um, I'm really trying to work this thing out. Okay, exclamation alleged. Exclamation alleged for me. How are you this morning, by the way, Janae? What you got going on today? You been outside with the dogs yet? I was over on YouTube trying to do the, I mean, not YouTube, TikTok trying to do the studio, but no. I'm good. I'm good. I really am. Let me see. You hungry girl? My bad. Girl, I'm still trying to figure it out for today. I don't know if I want to stay in, go out, or what. So I'm trying to test to see if I don't know how to make it work though. Um, like where do I actually? I think I gotta work it from. Let me see. Like I put a game on here, right? But I'm trying to figure out how to. I don't eat meat, but it sounds delicious. It sounds delicious, girl. It sounds delicious. I can definitely use like some grits and eggs and some catfish or something like that. Yes. Girl. Yes. Yes, honey. Let's go. I'm trying to. It says, get ready for another great conversation. What did you put that made that happen? Okay. This is thank you. You know what? Thank you, love, for your time. You put ooh, yes, exclamation part. And it said, get ready for another. Let me see what I put. What command did I put that'll make it say that? Put Janae, put explanation point SO. Oh yeah. Something happened where Streamline said, get ready for another exciting conversation. I don't know what command I put that made it say that. Okay, it worked. I am Janae, Imagination in House. Go check out my fam content. it okay, so I have something hooked up to my YouTube studio that I'm doing the commands in. So like people like you, right? Because this is just like a mod, right? People like you that'll come to like the shows to be like my loyal people, right? Will know these commands, right? And they could just do the command and it'll come up instead of having to type it out. So um if you wanted to come in and announce yourself, or see, you announced yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. How would I announce you if I wanted to say, I would say, let me see, let me try it. I would say pound SO space I. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't think I can do it from there. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Thank you, Janae. You're the bomb, girl. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Where's my chat box at though? Which I don't see. So that's the other thing. So the thing about it is, it's three people watching. I'm live. Hey, baby.
Hate dogs.
Oh, he ate up your.
Man, lucky this wasn't my official one because I'm done with my braces or my retainers for now, but I have to come get it back up, man. I'm about to mess up my teeth.
Okay, so now let me try it. Hold on one second. Okay, it didn't work. It. Uh. Can you do what? Can you do what? And I don't know. I think. Okay, so wait a minute. Uh. The letters. The letters make it say what I want. I have to have the commands in there in order for that to work. Like put a Put exclamation point rumors in there. Exclamation point rumors. But I supposed to be able to do it too. I supposed to be able to put. It looks like it has to be exactly the way it is. Like you put rumors with a capital, it didn't do it for you. I put rumors with a lowercase, it did it for me. So the command has to be exactly the way it's in there. And see, only people, I don't know who watching y'all, but we're testing something. So welcome in and test with us if that's what you would like to do. I am trying to set up this game. Yep, see, it came through. See, it came through, Janae. I got something set up that's called 8 ball questions, but I don't know. This is Deja Vu Girl. I don't know how to get it out. Like a person can add, oh, put this. Put this in there. Put exclamation, the number 8, and then ball. Explanation, the number 8, and then ball. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Does anything come up? Oh, I know what the timer is now. Okay. You are the bomb, Janae. I love you so much. Because now I know what the timer is. I mean, what that one that keeps showing up without me doing anything is. It's a timer. So A Town. I'm up in here testing something. I'm literally up in here testing something. Janae came to help me for a minute. Thank you, Janae. Okay, look. I did another one, Janae. Look at it. I did another one. I did another one. So every 7 minutes, that's just going to show up on its own. That is the business. Now I'm trying to figure out how try to do that exclamation point 8 ball again. A Town. Look, you just don't know. I'm literally in here playing around because I it's a game that's supposed to come up when you put that, but I don't see anything coming up. Like the video, y'all. I don't see anything coming up. It's like a little game supposed to come up when you put the you did what? You did what, Janae? What did you do? Oh, like the video. Okay. Hmm. I really don't know. I'm super excited for me too, A Town. And thank you so much. Like you just don't know how like to me this is like a big step because I've been having my YouTube channel for like 5 years. That's why I have a lot of posted videos because I have been posting videos and stuff like that, but I just kind of like fell off on my YouTube channel. But this is where I would like to do the Journey Talks podcast and the true crime that we're going to be doing on Friday nights. I might need to change today, but right now I'm going to leave it at Friday nights. But yeah, and then like these points, and this is why I'm gonna need to. Okay, so we're gonna. I'm starting a domesticated me true crime edition, right? And so on Friday nights we're just gonna talk about different stuff that's popping up, but with a twist though, right? Because I feel like a lot of this stuff is spiritual that's happening, right? So I I don't know exactly how I'm gonna frame it, but it's going to still be in relations to like my domesticated me content. Uh, so yeah. So last night we were on here. We were talking about true crime. We talked about two cases. We talked about uh, the Tennessee versus Latasha Daniels, and we talked about the case that everybody talking about right now, the Romika Meeks case. Um, so that's what we gonna do. So I have a goal for my yeah, me too. I have a goal for my subscribers. So if you guys could share out the videos for me or a video that you like, let's see if we can get my subscriber counts up. Would be great. And you never heard either of the cases. Girl, you got to be living under a bus not to have heard that Ramika Meeks one, girl. Like literally, that is everywhere. It has left this country because of what that girl, about the way the case went down. Like literally, she really was like self defense type thing, but she wasn't even. It was kind of wild the way she was acting. So it made it look like you weren't really scared of that girl. You just wanted to do something to her, type thing. So, what do y'all think? What is something else y'all think I should put on that little timer? Because I got get ready for another exciting conversation, and I got like, subscribe, share, and become a member. Oh, okay. You the bomb. Thank you. You know what? A Town. A Town. Thank you for pouring into me. Oh, it's all over YouTube for sure. If you just Google Ramika Meeks, you'll find out a whole bunch of stuff about that girl. There are so many content creators that's covering it. What I found with the content creators themselves is they're a little over opinionated, but hey, that's what content creators do. And they like form these sides where they're fighting against what they believe is right and who they believe is right. It's just so ridiculous because there's actually two mothers that are grieving and hurting right now. And there's the mother that lost her child, and there's the mother that whose child did this. And a lot of people think like, oh, you know, because the mother whose child did this is not really speaking out in any kind of way. And so people are making opinions about her, but they don't really know how that lady is feeling. Because I could tell you firsthand, it does hurt when your child does something that affects another family. Now, whether or not you're going to get on the internet and spread it out or whatever, that's a whole different thing, and that's up to her to the way she wants to live this. But I also know that even if your child did do something horrible, that doesn't mean that you don't stand by them. That doesn't mean that you don't show them that you love them and care about them. That doesn't mean, oh, you did this, so now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And I think that a lot of people on the internet would like to see that happen. And I don't think that people understand how devastating it could be when your child does something that may not be, you know, well received. Okay, so I don't know. I was trying to do the little 8 ball thing, but it don't look like it's coming up. Yeah, I can do a recap of the case. So, back in September of last year, there was a young lady, and she is super pretty too, like all out. I mean, when I say all out pretty, all out pretty. And she was dropping her son off at school. And after she dropped her son off at school, she encountered her son's father and her son's other baby's mother. Right like across the street from the school, very near to the school, in a like in a suspicious place where it may look like they might have been waiting on her, but who really knows about that? And so she comes, but apparently when she busts the U, she has to bust the U because she always busts the U because she works back in that direction, which the baby father would have known that she was going to bust a U at that intersection and be right there. So that's why everybody is thinking like, well, maybe they set this up to encounter her. Now, I want you to keep in mind that the other baby's mother had been seeking a restraining order since December of 2024. And that well, not a restraining order actually. She was seeking a no stalking, no contact order. And so she was seeking this, it seems to be like that. She was seeking this no contact, no stalking order on Ramika. But she was seeking this based on on maybe phone calls or internet beef or something to that effect. These two ladies had never met. This is what makes this really a tragedy. These two ladies had never met at all. And so they um they they were just, kind of, I guess, going back and forth on the phone calls. According to Quadeja Holly Johnson, which is the defendant in this case, which is the person that admitted to actually um, transitioning Romika because she feared for her life. She said it was self defense. Now, she had been seeking this restraining order, and the restraint order or the contact, the not a, it's not a restraining order, it's like a no contact, no stalking order. And she received that in July of 2025 by default. By default, because they Miss Ramika did go to court once on it. And to me, the way it looks like is Ramika goes to court. She finds out that Holly is seeking this temporary stalking order against her because she goes to file a restraining order against Holly. And that's when she finds out that she has uh, a case pending for a stalking order. And so she shows up. They both show up via Zoom. And so the judge tells her, okay, hey, Ramika, this petition has been filed against you. And do you want to proceed today or do you need an attorney? Ramika says, I'm going to get an attorney because I'm trying to protect my child at this point because I guess Holly had said some things about her child. And so in that moment, the judge says, hey, okay, I'm going to give you a couple of weeks to get your attorney. I'm going to give you, and if you don't come back, it'll fall into default. It could fall into default. He didn't say it would. He said there could be a default judgment against you, and then tells Holly, if you don't come back, then this will be dropped. So the next court date comes, Holly shows up, Ramika doesn't. It then the judge granted a default judgment against Ramika. So when Ramika doesn't show up, the judge tells Holly, hey, look, she has 30 days to come in and fight, contest this whole thing. But literally, like 35 days afterwards, she winds up transitioned by this other young lady. Seems like a big setup. It's all kind of stuff over the internet. It seems like to me, when you look at it, once again, all of this stuff is alleged, right? I mean, exclamation part, exclamation point, fair use in the chat for me. So all of this is, all of this stuff is alleged. Um, and to me, it seems as if, you know, maybe, maybe she, maybe she had made these videos. They're all on the internet. This video called Never, the Never video. That's they're calling it. Was on TikTok. I would never. So she goes. This is Holly goes into these all these I would never. It seems as though she was stalking Ramika really. And there's just so much stuff behind it, but it looks as though it was something that was, to me, what makes it a tragedy, once again, is these two young ladies. It appears that Ramika, who had maybe like a 10-year relationship with this guy named Carlos, they call him Los, which is the father, probably went through a lot with this guy. He appears to be abusive. Once again, in some of the videos and some of the things that have came out, he appears to have been abusive. And now, what I think happened is he manipulated this other young lady to do this thing. That's what it looked like to me. But I'm not sure. Once again, but what I do know is that now you got one young lady that is no longer here, and we got another young lady that can possibly spend the rest of her life in prison. She's facing 6 counts. Um, and they really do. And in what from what I understand in the state of Illinois, that there's no parole or probation for premeditated. I mean, first degree premeditated M. There's no parole. So if she gets convicted of that, she'll never come back. There's some rumors that there was an actual fight. And to me, when you say the word fight, pound explanation part rumors, y'all. The fight is like, what was it, a physical fight? It appears there was never a physical fight. There was a verbal altercation. And so verbal altercation, physical fight, that's two different things, right? And so in this verbal altercation, they was going back and forth with each other. It appears that in the videos that we see this is not even speculation right here. We see Ramika Meeks with her hands folded, right? And so and the witnesses are all saying she was just kind of standing there with her hands folded. Well, that's not in the video, but that's what the video. I mean, that's what the witnesses was saying. Standing there with her hands folded in not a threatening manner. And so, and then the Holly Quadesia girl does not even have the candy bar on her. The candy bar is in the car with her 6-month-old baby. So she has to go back to the car, get the candy bar, come back, and use the candy bar from the corner. That's where she does her dirty work at, from the corner. And she basically uses the candy bar and strikes Romika directly in the face. Pauses and then lets out two more candy, um, lets out two more peanuts. Lets out two more peanuts. Wild, huh? Exactly. Exactly. And her family seemed so sweet. They seem like a typical family from the hood. You know what I'm saying? They from Chicago, so like typical family from the hood, but one of those families you would want to be around. And she's claiming self defense. She had a CCL, and she had this no stocking contact order, and she believed that that gave her the right to do what she did. That's what it appears. Right, right. But she was seeking that, the way she was seeking this order of protection against her was wild because they had never met. That's what makes it so wild. All of these were supposedly threats over the phone or over the internet or whatever. She claimed that even this young lady called her grandmother and cussed her grandmother out and told her grandmother that she was going to use a candy bar on her granddaughter. Like, I'm gonna transition your granddaughter. So she started getting real scared, right? Yeah, she started getting real scared. But I don't believe that this girl, when you watch some of the videos of this young lady, Ramika Meeks, I actually don't believe she called anybody's grandmother. I mean, it could be true, but like I said, rumors. It really could be true, but I don't believe that. I believe that that's a lie. I believe that they were setting this up using probably some type of text number things and text to call things. I just don't believe that she did that. It just doesn't make sense that someone would call someone's grandmother, and the way she appeared to be to the public eye didn't appear that she was that type of young lady. Like I said, her family, you could tell that their family is from the hood, but no different than me. You know what I'm saying? We hood people. We gonna go for ours, right? But we're not just gonna run around be starting stuff with people. And that's what it appears like. Her family is like, no, I'm gonna go for mine. We're going for ours, and that's that. And so I really believe that that was like just part of it. I don't think, but the whole way she was going about it seems like, I'm just gonna say flat out, right? Pillow talk. This man manipulated that girl into thinking that Ramika was going to do something to her. And Ramika was over this guy. That's what it appeared. She had moved, not giving him her address, changed her number, not giving him her number. These are signs of I'm done. When you block, you move, you stop giving numbers, this is for women, this is a sign of I'm done. And the only reason why I believe that she was staying in contact with this man was because she wanted her son to have a father. Look, very immature. If you look at some of his videos, girl, the way he acting like he a victim is hilarious. You are not a victim here, sir. You are not a victim. And the only reason why you're a victim is because everybody is on the internet is dragging you at this point. Like, you are getting dragged at this point. That is the reason why you are a victim. That is the why you are a victim, because the internet is dragging you for show, for show. And they the witnesses said he had her in the headlock or some type of chokehold, Ramika, and then he was slamming her with the door. And for me, and he yelled out, "She about to go get her candy bar. She about to go get her candy bar." But see, this is the thing right here for me. This is what doesn't make common sense to me. This girl Ramika is not getting along with you. This girl Ramika is not messing with you no more. Why would you be holding her back? Why would you be trying to stop her? You guys do not even have a relationship at all at this point that would make you think that you could hold this young lady back or try to get her to get in her car. You should have been doing that to your current girlfriend, the girl who you was with, the girl who you had just spent the weekend with, the girl who that's the girl you should have been saying, "Get in the car. You get in the car. You look, this ain't finna happen right now. You go ahead, you get in the car and sit and wait." And because you got a no stocking, no contact order against Ramika, call the police. But see, a lot of people will say, like, this is the hood. Nobody just calls the police. Well, you do if you went to court to seek a order, because that is still the same as police. It's called justice. So if you went as far as to seek an order, then you do call the police. You cannot say I'm gonna seek an order, I'm gonna go to court and use the courts for my for me, but yet what the courts would ask me to do, which is call the police, I'm not gonna do that because I don't call the police. Well, if you don't call the police, you don't go to court. Trust me, I know. You avoid court at all cost, especially going to try to get a petition against somebody. You just don't go to court. You forget about that. So that's why I know the whole petition for the no stalking, no contact order was all a big setup for something, because what should have been done with that order that you had was you should have called the police, and you didn't. You didn't even get in the. So that to me shows a bit of malice, a bit of premeditation, a bit of all of that stuff. Um, but we shall see. This case is probably not going to make it to any court proceedings soon as far as trial goes, because it is a doozy. It is a doozy. It was done in broad daylight. There were plenty of people there for the aftermath. There were people there that actually were that saw some of the stuff that happened before, and there were people that they say no one actually saw the actual candy bar um part of it, the actual transition part. um but I don't believe that. I believe somebody saw it to set up her defense. It is so obvious, and that's why I don't even know why they're arguing back and forth with people that would want to argue the innocence or guilt here, right? Because she admitted to it, so she did it. She's admitting to doing it under self defense, but all of the whole scenario doesn't sound like it would fall under self defense, because they have verbal argument for 9 minutes. She could have called the police. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't get struck or anything like that. It didn't appear that she was in imminent danger, like she was really should have been in fear for her life, because she was arguing back and forth with the victim. And then she went to the car and got the candy bar and came back. Oh, we could do a Diddy discussion. We could do a Diddy discussion if you want to do a Diddy discussion next week. I wanted to do a D4 discussion. Did you hear about that? The guy David D4. He's an entertainer, and they found his Tesla here in California, and he a runaway was found in the back of the Tesla, decomposed. Oh, that preacher one was wild. That preacher one was wild, wild. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. This is what tells me a lot of this is spiritual, right? And this is the twist on my crime show, right? Is I want to talk about the spiritual aspect of what's happening today with, I mean, it's rampant. If it ain't children using candy bars against their parents, it's wives, it's husbands. These affairs are totally out of order. Like these affairs are off the hook. Now, how could a man convince a lady for 3 years that his wife is down with something that you actually never heard of before until you met the guy? Ethical non monogamy. Oh yeah, that case, the D4 case, and it's just now getting cracking. His friend just got arrested last night. That D4 case is just now getting cracking. That's why I'm thinking we could be on an assignment with that one and be, finding out like every all kind of like different stuff about that guy. But I would love to do the Diddy one too. Um, and Epstein, the Diddy Epstein, to me, I think Diddy Epstein is just like, hold on the D4, on the D4 one, on the D4 one. Yeah, I can't on the D4 one because I've been following the D4 one for a while, and that right there, and at the end of the day, he is, ooh, oh my goodness, like, and that's why I think a lot of this be spiritual. Because on this is his whole behavior was sort of demonic overall. Like the music, all of that stuff that he was into. He was a huge gamer too. So a lot of people know him because of the gaming part. He was just a huge gamer. And and so this girl who was maybe uh um 12 or 13 when she ran away originally. Um 12 or 13, and her name was Celeste. His name is David. That's his real name. I'd never heard of him as an entertainer before this story popped out when they said that they had found a decomposed body in a Tesla. That's when I found out because hey, it's here in California, so it was all over the news. And trying to find out who is this girl who is, but the car was registered to his management company, registered to him, so it was his car. So that's how they got on to him so quick. So this morning I heard that one of his best friends just got arrested in the case, and so it's getting deeper because he had to have had help. You now you know what the case I'm talking about, Janae. And he was on tour when they found the girl. And then this whole thing about being okay with adults and these kids. Like, this is wild. She was like 12. And there were adults in the house supposedly when she was there and she had ran away. How do you let a 12-year-old girl run away and be in a mansion with you and your client? Anywho, anywho, you don't. You just don't. You say, girl, little girl, go home. Little girl, go home. And apparently, I don't know, but the whole parent thing seems kind of funny. I think she met him online through like a gamer stream, and then they became uh something. They became friends, and she was running away here to Hollywood, and all of that to come see her, and they let her stay. So apparently they had been communicating online for some time. But no, that little girl would have had to get out of my house. That's period. That's period, Janae. They would not have been able to. No way. You 12 years old? I can remember one time, even my daughter, which is my husband's daughter, had called herself running away from home. Called me and said, "I'm coming. I left home and this and that." I called her mama immediately and was like, "Uh, she's on her way for she's on her way to my house and she could come here, you know." Um, but honey, her mom was like, "Well, if you let her come there, I'm calling the police." I was like, "Well, I don't want her just to be running around. You can come pick her up from here. You know what I mean? But why would you call the police? I'm telling you, she's here. She'll be here." So that turned into a big old thing because the mom wasn't all that bright, in my opinion. Yeah, she was a baby. That girl Celeste was a baby. So his friend was arrested. David's friend was arrested. Um, in Montana. Apparently, he was the accomplice in connection with this whole thing, and his name is Neo. They went and picked him up in they basically saying a couple of people helped this boy.
popular singer at the heart of this.
NBC4 Investigates has learned that a friend of singer David has been detained in another state. David, as you know, has been identified in November as a suspect in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas. The 15-year-old remains were found in September inside of a Tesla at a tow yard in Los Angeles. That Tesla is registered to the singer David.
NBC4's Rob Kovacic live right now with details about David's friend and why he's now in a jail in Montana. Robert.
No longer in a jail, Colleen, but we're going to get to that in just a minute. Let's talk about this guy. His name is Neil Langston. He's a well-known streamer, we're told, and NBC4's Investigates has confirmed he was arrested and jailed yesterday in Helena, Montana for an out-of-state warrant. Now, that warrant is from LA County, and we have learned it is in connection for not showing up as a witness in a grand jury hearing. Sources are telling NBC4 Investigates that grand jury hearing is in relation to the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. Now, 23-year-old Langston is friends with David, who's been identified as a suspect in the Lake Elsinore girl's death. Her decomposed remains were found in September, as you mentioned, inside of a Tesla at a tow yard in Los Angeles. Law enforcement sources are telling NBC4 News her remains were not found intact. Now, what happened to Celeste Rivas and why? Still part of an ongoing investigation. A law enforcement source telling NBC4 Investigates David has not been cooperative in this investigation. NBC4 Investigates has also learned just minutes ago that after a court appearance in Montana early this afternoon around 1 o'clock, authorities are now transferring Neo back here to Los Angeles County. We'll let you know the very next steps as this investigation moves forward. For now, in our News Operations Center, I'm Robert Kovacic. Colleen, that's the latest from...
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? That's the friend that is actually been arrested in this case and on his way back to LA. David has 2.3 million subscribers. And he
Shocking discovery of a body in a Tesla. Human remains were discovered in the front truck of a Tesla registered to David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, on September 8th. Just over 1 week later, the Los Angeles Medical Examiner's Office identified the remains as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was reported missing April 5th, 2024. According to records from the medical examiner's office obtained by E-News, while her date of death was listed as September 8th, the day her body was discovered, authorities suspect her body had been in the car for some time, as it was, quote, severely decomposed. David is currently on a tour throughout North America and Europe. For his debut album, Withered, he hasn't spoken directly to the investigation, but a spokesperson for the 20-year-old confirmed.
They're trying to say that
and this is a quote, a lot of people had access to that Tesla. That's from...
They're trying to say that he wasn't around. Wow, these men, really. Wow, these men. Okay.
On September 9, 2025,
And then these particular Like he no, cuz he was a singer too, girl. He was a singer. This guy was a singer. He was, let's see. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can.
Five, four, three, two, one. Watch me. Level up, 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 level up. Oh, this song is so yummy. No, you won't.
He was a singer, and I was trying to find what genre is this. I think it's rock.
People were like, oh, there's no way it's on BandLab. Like, he's recording it in the studio and then pretending. It was like that good. Basically, what I use is BandLab, all my files and songs.
I don't know what type of genre this is considered under. It's not really showing me. But anyway, what I can tell you is a lot of the the like he had like say he had on like a white, he had designed this white uh 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 what do you call it, dress shirt, and had blood splatters all over it. Like his whole thing was kind of in the dark type, gory type. I don't know what genre it was in, but maybe rock, I think. Yeah, apparently a lot of people had access to that car. That is how I think that it becomes a reasonable doubt type case. Like, yeah, she was here. Yeah, but unless somebody gets to rolling and talking, how can they prove without reasonable doubt who did it? Because they since this case has started, they said the manager might have been in on it. It might have been him. This friend that just got arrested. Apparently, there's a girl that's involved in it that was acting as a double for Celeste because she looked just like her. Or is this a whole bunch to the story? So I think that reasonable doubt. The defense might be able to do something with reasonable doubt on this one because they didn't find her. They don't even know. They did a timeline because they said that this car was, the Tesla was parked in an affluent neighborhood, wherever this mansion was. I think Beverly Hills, whatever. And it had been there, and somebody had been moving the car though from here to there, like moving it. But as it started collecting dust and started looking kind of, what is this? And there started to be a smell. Someone in the neighborhood, one of these, highfalutin people, like, what is this dusty Tesla doing here? Doesn't it seems out of place? Had the car towed. Once the car was towed, that's when we all got the news that there was a decomposed body in the back of this Tesla. Wild. Wild. Girl, girl, it's cold out there, huh? I'm looking outside. It ain't even no sunshine or nothing. I think I'm gonna make me some breakfast, like you said, Janae. I'm gonna make me some breakfast now because you got me going. I think I'm gonna make me some grits and eggs, and maybe I'll make me some salmon croquette. It is cold in here, girl. Okay, so I think I'm a yeah. Well, I don't eat till afternoon, so I'm not actually starving. I do intermediate fasting. I don't eat until afternoon and don't eat after after 7. So I have like a 7-hour window to eat. Other than that, I'm fasting when I'm not making a mistake in like eating a piece of chocolate. So I think maybe I am going to come back later and do something on the do like something on that whole case because I'm interested with knowing with the D4 thing, like who are her parents? Oh, you do intermediate fasting too? So what times do you do it? From what time to what time? Okay, so yeah, what's a good time? So I know I at least have one person because I don't want to be on here by myself, even though it don't matter. What's a good time? I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna do a little research, and oh, you do 2 to 8. Okay, I'm gonna do a little research, and then I will come back, and it's gonna be a faceless live though because it'll be something like this, like a faceless, like a faceless podcast, because I just don't feel like, well, maybe I'll come on, maybe I'll come on the screen because I do got it a little better. I'm gonna come on and show you what it look like. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna show you what it look like if I come on. This is me on screen. Hey y'all, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to talk about some true crime. D4 in the house. I just don't understand where my chat at over here. So that's one of the things. Okay, I'm gonna come on screen, but I gotta find my chat and stuff. So that's the whole thing. So I tell you what, I'm gonna come back at about 4 o'clock. Is 4 o'clock gonna be good for you? Okay, cool. So I'll be back around 4 o'clock. Janae, thank you so much for helping me out with the testing. And I'm a hopefully because the 8 ball thing, I don't know why that never came up. When you put the exclamation part 8 ball, you're supposed to be able to ask a question and the 8 ball gives an answer. But nothing happened when you did it. So how do you know what it is? Oh, well, maybe it's, let me see something. Maybe it's 8 ball. Will I get married? The answer is within. Okay, so that's what you got to do. You see how it happened? You could do question mark 8 ball. Will I get married? That's the question. The answer is within yourself. So I just need to go in. I could change some of the answers. And then you can ask the question using the 8 ball, and then it will answer. You try it, Janae. Try it right quick. Try it right quick. Just to see. Your answer was sure feels good, man. I'm gonna change the answers though. I can customize the answers on here, so I'm gonna change the answers where we would something to what we would want to do, and then we'll figure that out. Thank you so much. You the bomb, girl. I love you. That's wild, y'all. That's wild. But I'm gonna make some more of them, and then that way, when people are doing it, it'll be. I'm gonna do some more like funny, answers to them, or what we would say. Meditate on that. Meditate on that. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna work out. And then there's another game I'm gonna try to set up. I just have to figure out how to play it. And then we gonna go from there. We gonna have fun over here, y'all. We finna have fun over here. Let's go. You got 100 points. So there's a way that you can also duel for points. You got 100 points in my live right now as one of my people. Let's go. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm gonna see you around what did I say? 4 o'clock? Yeah, I'm gonna come back on at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna schedule it right now. And then that way I know I'll do it. And then maybe we'll get some more people to come because it's gonna be scheduled. So I'm gonna schedule it right now, and then I'll see you when I see you. Thank you, love, for all you do. You're the bomb.